What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Pavement Pals, the show that's about taking rides, learning about cars, and learning about the people who are keeping the car community alive.
Today we've got something special. This little red roadster may not look like much, but under the hood, it has a bit of an identity crisis.
This is Tento, a 2013 Mazda MX-5 Miata, and it's had a heart transplant. Originally it came with a 2-liter inline 4-cylinder, but not anymore.
And this is Evan, the madman who thought that Mazda wasn't enough.
Salutations.
This is Pavement Pals, where every car has a story and every ride has a reason. All right, Evan, so why don't you tell us a little bit about Tento? How did it get its name?
So it got its name. It's short for ladybug in Japanese. It's a Japanese car. It's red and black. It reminds me of a ladybug. So.
Yeah. Have you always been into Miatas? Is this your first one, or have you just always liked the platform?
You know, so this is my first one. I was originally interested in the original NA Miata, the first model. This is the third model, the NC Miata.
It was very clean. I really like it.
That's what was the deciding factor on me purchasing this over any other one.
Yeah.
I actually test drove a 2008 all red one, and from the time I test drove it, I knew I wanted a car like this, and I found a later year and a higher spec. So
Yeah, the color would be the whole reason I'd have bought this thing anyway. So you said you engine swapped it. It did have originally a 2-liter in it. So what's it got in it now?
it's got a 2.5 liter from a 2013 Ford Fusion.
Why the 2.5 liter from a Fusion swap?
So I ended up totaling the 2.0, parking at a beach in Texas. The tide came in, and I tried to drive out of it and flooded the engine.
A little red submarine, huh? All right, so I've got another little cut to put in here. Unfortunately, I just got the news from Evan the day after we shot this. He was headed back home to Indiana, and this is what happened to his car. Yeah, so pretty much he hasn't started it yet. He is the unluckiest person ever, and this thing is literally the yacht of yacht Miatas. So please shout out to Evan. Give him your best. Fingers crossed that his car is not hydrolocked and will start up fine. Anyways, back to the video. So on a scale of 1 to 5 wrenches, how hard would you say that this swap was?
It was about 3, probably. It's pretty bolt in, bolt on, whatever.
So the Ford Fusion's pretty drop in easy.
Pretty easy. There was also a lot of information online on how to do it. So
oh, it's pretty common in the Mazda community. That's good. How is the Mazda community? Are people pretty purist about it, or they don't mind putting a Ford engine in a Miata?
It's kind of split. There's some people that prefer original. They think it's fine the way it is from the factory. It is, but a little bit of power doesn't hurt.
So aside from that, what else have you done to Tento?
So when I did the 2.5 swap, I put in stage 2 cams and valve springs.
Okay.
I put in a cold air intake. You can actually see it from the front grille.
Oh shit, zoom in on that. Where's it at?
I did a full exhaust. I believe that's it, if I can remember.
And if money wasn't a problem, what would you do next to this car?
Definitely putting a subwoofer in it.
Oh yeah, there you go. So
probably eventually a turbo.
Cosmetics. Oh, and a turbo. Okay, that'd be badass. A little turbo Ford Fusion. That'd be awesome.
So now we're on to our next segment. It's a little game that we're going to play called Guess That Engine. We have 3 rounds where I play an engine sound in Evan's ear, and he has to guess between a multiple choice answer. So we're going to start with the first engine sound.
I like multiple choice. That's definitely a rotary.
All right. So you have 3 options here.
All right.
You have a VQ35DE from a Nissan 350Z, a 13B rotary Mazda RX-7.
That's an RX-7.
RX-7, that is
Dorito
correct. Ding, ding. All right, Evan, on to round 2. Let me play the noise for you, and then I'll read out the options.
Sounds like a V8.
All right, so you have 3 options here. A LS3 6.2 liter V8 from a Chevy Camaro SS, a Hellcat supercharged V8 Dodge Charger, or a 7.3 liter Power Stroke turbo diesel from a Ford 250.
Ooh. I did not hear a whine or a whistle, so I'm gonna have to go with the LS3.
LS3 from the Chevy Camaro SS is incorrect.
Oh.
The answer was the 7.3 Power Stroke from the Ford 250.
That would have been my second guess.
On to round 3, the final round with Evan. We're going to play the noise. All right, you got 3 options
Is
here.
that a weed
You
whacker?
have 3 options. 2JZ GTE Toyota Supra, Coyote 5.0 V8 Ford Mustang, or a Subaru EJ 257 WRX STI.
That wasn't a weed whacker?
And he got it!
Uh,
It was a weed whacker.
was it really?
Yeah, it was. It was going to be a leaf blower, but
I mean, 4-cylinders do kind of sound like lawnmowers.
a little bit.
If you had said it was a WRX, I'd have been pissed.
That would have been my first option.
On to our next segment. It's another game called This or That. It's a rapid fire, just this or that, Evan. Would you rather have a turbo or a supercharger?
Turbo.
Coupe or a hatchback?
Coupe.
Track build or daily cruiser?
Daily cruiser.
And a sleeper or a show car?
Ooh. Show car most days.
He's already driving a sleeper.
I wish.
Would you rather be interviewed by Whistling Diesel or the Pavement Pals?
Pavement Pals. Let's fucking go!
There you go. That was all I had.
All right, so we're gonna go take this sucker for a little drive. There's Cam. Say bye, Cam. Sounds good. Woo. Drives pretty good. Hell yeah, dude, that's crisp. So would you say this is your attainable dream car?
Honestly, I wouldn't. This is a little, it's like a toy for me.
Yeah.
It's my daily right now, but
I know it is like, the camera doesn't do it justice. This car is tiny. I mean, I'm not even like a huge guy. I'm just a little bigger, and I'm tight in this thing.
and this is the actually the largest Miata in terms of size.
This is the boat. That's
This
crazy.
is the boat, the
The
yacht.
Cadillac of Miatas we're riding in right now, and I'm cramped.
I actually have a sticker under my hood that says the Yacht Club.
Oh hell yeah, dude.
People in the Miata community often make fun of this model for they call it a boat.
This is really what they call the boat.
This is the boat.
Yeah, a couple pounds of boost in this thing would go crazy.
And that's what people like about Miatas is they're low power, but they're so low weight and just nimble.
Yeah.
Like they're fun to drive. They feel fast, and
Yeah,
that's
it is.
that's
You
the
can-
specialty of them.
I can just tell from how you're driving it. It seems super nimble. I mean, it is a small
Yeah.
car, and the wheels are like 5 feet apart, so it's
Yeah.
super small.
One of my favorite things to do is actually like carve canyons and go through twisty roads and stuff like that. I'm gonna put a roll bar back here and eventually switch to full harnesses.
Hell yeah. Then it's a legit race car.
Definitely feels like a race car with all these repairs I'm having to do on it.
Yeah, that's really what makes it a race car, is having to work on it every day. Man, this thing gets it. I'm sitting in the back of my seat. If this seat could go back any further, I'd be in the back of it. All right, everyone, so that's Tento, proof that Miatas can still surprise you. Big shout out to Evan, of course, for coming along and sharing his car with us and showing what Miatas can really do.
Leave a comment if you do an engine swap like this, or just like and subscribe, and stay tuned for what we got in the future.
All right, everyone, I'm Adam.
I'm Cam.
And I'm Evan.
And we are the Pavement Pals.
That's good.
That was so good, dude.
Yeah.
Pretty hot.
Uh-oh,
Nah,
what is
never
that,
mind that.
Evan? What is that we got over here? A little coolant, a little oil? I don't know.
We can skip.
But the good news is my intake was above the water. My exhaust was below the water though. So I'm hoping it's just that my car turned off due to like the back pressure or whatever, like the gas not being able to get out of the exhaust, and not the intake taking in water. But I'm still gonna, whenever I have a chance to, I'm gonna just take the spark plugs out, try to shoot any water out of the cylinders, and hopefully that does something. The battery's still working, so at this point, if it's not flooded, the main thing I'm concerned about is just the electronics. But at this point, I'd just be happy to get it started and running.